And welcome everybody to Missions Baseball Academy here on the west side of San Antonio as Game 3 of this 3-game series as Saints get ready to take on the number 3 team in the country, the University of Science and Arts of Oklahoma. Saints dropped both games of the doubleheader yesterday, 5-3 and 12-2, I'm sorry. So try and turn things around and try and get a victory here today as Jonathan Jimenez will make his Saints debut here for the Saints. Jimenez, a junior, coming to us from Victoria, Texas, as the Saints lineup out there today. Jimenez on the mound. Behind the plate is going to be Bryce Putman. Jacob Mitchell over in first base. Ryan Chop at second. Mavir over at short. Connor Dayton at third base. Matt Mahalim returns over to right field. Jose Diaz in center. And Jacob Montejano in left field. And the lineup for USAO is Isaac Robb leading things off the second base. Center fielder Ian Laureano in center field. First base Christian LeBoy. Left field is going to be Luis Paleo. The catcher Joey Bena. And shortstop Brock Henderson. In the 7th spot DH Brandon Chamoy. Third base and batting 8th is going to be Brennan Brister. And the right fielder in the 9th spot Colton Bencher. And Gene Montaner will be starting for USAO. He'll be on the mound as 13-1 a year ago for the number 3 team of the country. As Saints try to bounce back, 0-2 on the season, 2-0 Drovers. As Jimenez first pitch here to Rob's going to be fouled off down the side, 0-1 to count. Rob now .444 on the season, has a home run, 4 RBIs. All 4 RBIs coming yesterday in Game 2 as he had a 3-run shot in that game yesterday, and that's going to be lined over there over to short, Bear over to first, and 1 away. So 1 out here. So 1 out here in the top half of the first inning. As up is Ian Laureano. And the first pitch coming in there, a strike from Jonathan Jimenez. Laureano looks at that one. First 2 pitches coming from Jimenez to him is called strikes, 0-2 the count. Laureano was a .364 hitter a year ago for the Drovers. Looks at that pitch for a ball. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. As the Drovers made it to the NAIA World Series a year ago, losing to St. Thomas 10-2 in an elimination game. That's going to be right over to Diaz in center field and 2 away. And that'll bring up Christian LeBoy to the plate. First base. LeBoy, .287 a year ago. Played in 51 games for the Drovers. 12 home runs and 46 RBIs. That's his first pitch here, and that's going to be slow roller over to the mound. Jimenez, 1, 2, 3. They go in order. Bottom of the first. Saints get their first at bat coming up. You're watching Saints baseball on the OLLU Saints Network and KSAT.com. And welcome back. Bottom half of the first inning. Scoreless. They sent them down in order. As Matt Mahalev, big start to the season yesterday. Reached base 4 out of his 5 at-bats in the 2 games yesterday. I'm sorry, 4 out of the 5. 667 batting average now in the season. First pitch there, a ball. And therefore, 2-0 the count. So Matt Mahalev has started off 2-0 in the count in every at-bat except for 1 so far this season. That's inside 3-0. So 3 balls, no strikes. It's Matt Mahalev. We'll look at it, 4 pitches and a walk, and that's going to be a 3rd walk that he has picked up so far this year. As he will reach base once more. And so Matt Mahalev doing as he did as a freshman and getting on base in that leadoff spot. Then struggled a bit his sophomore year. But able to bounce back starting in junior year and again season ago. As Diaz up to the plate here to bat now, Jose Diaz. 167 on the season. Looks at the first pitch there, ball. 1-0 the count. Jose Diaz, a senior out of Cuba. There's 1 ball, no strikes here. Diaz able to get the lone hit yesterday in game 1. Looks at that one for a ball, 2-0. So Saints looking a little more patient at the plate than they did yesterday, game 2, against Colton Williams. It's Colton Williams, tough pitcher to go against. National Pitcher of the Year last year for the NAIA. Came in and showed why, throwing just over 50 pitches in 5 innings of work. So 3-0 now. So 7 straight pitches thrown out of the zone there by Montanur, who last year 13-1 record for the Drovers. Looks at the pitch there for a strike and 3-1. First pitch for a strike coming on the 8th pitch of the game for him. So Gene Montanur, 286 earned run average a year ago, 91 and a 3rd innings pitch with 98 strikeouts, 34 walks, and that will walk the first 2 batters he faces here today. So a 2 board now.
Next up for the Saints, the DH, number
and that'll bring up
Robert Lopez.
So Rolo now getting his first appearance at the plate here. As he's coming in as a DH, as he caught both games yesterday. Giving the knees a little rest here in this 3rd game of the series. As he'll look Mahalev back over at second. First and second, nobody out here, bottom of the 1st. Looks at that one for a strike. And 0-1 the count for Lopez. 167 so far this year with an RBI. Got that RBI yesterday and a fielder's choice in the 1st inning of game 1. As he drove in Matt Mahalev. The Saints put 2 runs on the board in the bottom of the 1st yesterday, game 1. Right now he finds himself in the hole down 0-2. Montanur. Lopez, 233 hitter a year ago with 12 RBIs. Set that one away for a ball on the count 1-2 now. Jacob Mitchell in the on-deck circle for the Saints. So the first inning was the most productive inning for the Saints a year ago, and it was productive again yesterday. It's 41 runs scored last year in the first inning by the Saints, most of any inning. So 2 balls and 2 strikes here, the count for Rollo. And the 2-2. Grounder, and we'll get the force over at third. And so, as he did yesterday in the first, fielder's choice, but not able to get anything out of this one. So 1 away. It's Mahaloff out on the force play at third. So Jacob Mitchell now coming up to the plate. Mitchell, tough day yesterday at the plate. 4 strikeouts in the 2 games. Mitchell, team leader in walks a year ago, 33. He looks at the first pitch, swing and a miss, and not patient again starting this game. Three at-bats in the first game, went 0 for 3, struck out 3 times, but he started off, he had 3-0 counts on 2 of those. The pitcher had come back. So he's 167, got a single in game 2 yesterday. That one watches that one, and he will find himself behind in the count 0-2. It's Mitchell, a 282 hitter last year, 3 home runs, 24 RBIs, and again, team leading 33 walks. As the 0-2 pitch. That comes inside on the plate for a ball on the count 1-2. Christian Montanur is again 13-1 last year, 286 earned run average. Opposing batters only hit 199 against him. Now he's up in the count 1-2, and that's fouled back. The count will stay 1-2 to Jacob Mitchell. Mitchell Jr. from Harker Heights, Texas. Left for a year to New Mexico Junior College. They came back last year. And that will hit Jacob Mitchell, as that one did not cut back in. And so the base is now loaded with 1 out. And that is going to bring up Jacob Montahano. So Montahano coming up to the plate. So Montahano, in his first at bat yesterday, was a double down the line in right field. And that would be pretty nice to have right about now with the bases loaded for Montahano. That's his first pitch. Down the line, it's Cook. He's going to have another double, looks like. 1 run will score. Lopez rounding third on his way home. Mitchell will stop at third, and a double, 2-run double for Jacob Montahano will give the Saints a 2-0 lead here in the bottom half of the first inning.
The third baseman, number 5, Connor Dayton.
So Connor Dayton now coming up to the plate. Third base, his first appearance as a Saint. And Montahano, a good job picking up his 3rd and 4th RBI of the season now for Jacob Montahano. As Montahano a year ago, just 1 RBI, so already over his mark again this year after yesterday. Ball's one strike there, the count. There to Connor Dayton. That's fouled away in the count 0-2. Connor Dayton, a sophomore. San Antonio, Brandeis, and that's up high in the air. And over underneath it, LeBoy brings it down. And 2 away. So Bryce Putnam to the plate now. His first appearance this year. And the bounce over to the mound, over to first, gets it, but not before the Saints get 2 runs across on 1 hit. The Saints will take a 2-0 lead. So we'll head to the top half of the second. You're watching Saints Baseball on the OLLU Saints Network and KSAT.com. And welcome back. Top of the second here. As Saints with a 2-0 lead. And Luis Palaio to the plate here. It's Palaio 375 so far this year. As Rovers were able to answer back yesterday in the top of the second after falling down 2-0 to the Saints. Saints trying not to repeat here today, as Luis Palaio is one who started everything off with a walk, and that's going to be line. It's going to be a single in the right field. So the leadoff is aboard here in the top of the second. And that is going to bring up Joey Pena, the catcher, to the plate. So Palaio at the plate there. Palaio now over at first base. As Palaio 7 steals on 11 attempts last year. Pena at the plate. Makes the first pitch there a strike from Jimenez. Ball's 1 strike, and right up the middle, back over to second, and he will drop it, but he will get the tag as the ball dropped out of the glove at his feet, right where Palaio was sliding. As Chapa was looking to make the throw. before he actually had the ball secure. That should have been a pretty easy 1-4-3, but throw over to first. We'll send Payne back as Brock Henderson, the shortstop, now at the plate. Is actually running at first is Sterling Valera. So Sterling Valera running for Pena over at first. It's Brock Henderson now at the plate. Runner goes, and diving catch makes it. Throw over to first. Got him. And is that, no, did he not make the catch? So saying not a double play, just one. Actually, now the umpires are going to talk about it to see if it was a catch made by Connor Dayton. If so, double play. Oh, no, they were talking. No, so it is just 5-3.
The DH number 1, Brandon Shumway.
So 2 outs. And advancing over to second there. It's Valera. That's Brandon Shumway. The DH looks at the first pitch there for a ball, 1-0 to Shumway. Shumway, a local player for USAO from Chickasha. Looks at the second pitch there for a strike right on the corner there, and that'll even up the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ball, 1 strike, 2 outs here, top of the second. That's there for a ball, and the count goes to 2-1 here on Shumway. Shumway was a pinch runner yesterday in both games. And that is down the line, and it's going to drop fair. And running around as Valera will score. And it's 2-1. So we'll get on the board there. As Montejano a little slow coming off the reaction there of that ball. And so now 2 outs. And the 8th spot, Brennan Brister to the plate. Looks at the first pitch there for a ball, 1-0. Reminiscent of the last year, the year before. There's a strike there. Saints kind of miss opportunities to get out of innings. Comes back to bite them. As Chopin not able to hold on to that ball for that double play possibility. Keeps an inning going. That's going to be a bouncer. The third. Dayton first. That'll do it. They'll get 1 run across, and Saints still lead by 1, 2-1. We'll take a break. We'll be back at the bottom of the second. You're watching Saints Baseball, the OLLU Saints Network, KSAT.com. Welcome back, everybody. Saints will be back in action next week. There's a couple of doubleheaders. First on Friday, and then on Saturdays they take on Central Methodist University out of the Heart of America Athletic Conference. We'll have those for you. But our next broadcast, Saints Athletics, will come on Thursday as basketball back in action at Maybe Gymnasium, as they will be taking on Paul Quinn College. 5:30 start time for the women, 7:30 for the men. Make sure you come out and join us for those. More information on Saints Athletics, go to the website, www.OLLUSaintsathletics.com. And so Ryan Chapa will lead things off here in the bottom half of the second. Fouls that one off. 0-1 the count there for Chapa. So Ryan Chapa, 270 hitter a year ago. Had one home run, 18 RBIs. Struggled a little bit from the plate yesterday. Going hitless. So the ball's 2 strikes here, the count on Chapa. And junior out of Corpus Christi. That's up over the head there. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. And that swing drops the 3rd strike. Throw over to first will get him, though, and that's going to be 1 away. So 1 out here.
Number 30, Tyler Vivier.
So Tyler Vivier now coming up to the plate. Tyler appeared yesterday as a pitcher. And that one's going to be sent. That's going to be a single into right field. So a runner aboard with 1 out here at the bottom of the second. As Tyler gets the Saints going here at the top, as the top of the order. Coming back up now is Matt Mahaloff.
Right fielder number 29, Matt Mahaloff.
So Matt Mahaloff coming up to the plate now as he had walked his last time up. 667 on the season so far. As Mahaloff steps in the box here. Again, 296 last year with 12 RBIs. Only walked 11 times last year, and he's already walked 4 times in 3 games this year. And really only played an inning yesterday as he left because of some cramping issues after the first. Very patient at the plate this season. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Throw over to the first. It's 1 ball, no strikes. The throw to first. Again, Rivera's back. Matt Mahaloff graduated back in May. Now graduate student at the lake. Looks at that one for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike now. Matt Mahaloff out of Conroe, Texas. So 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out, runner at first. Saints with a 2-1 lead here, the bottom half of the second inning. Shows a bunt, passes away, and it's going to caught in a rundown. Revere kind of caught napping at first. And a base running mistake will cost the Saints there, and it will clear the bases. And so 2-1 the count here to Matt Mahalev, with 2 away now instead of 1 away and a runner aboard. And Mahalev sends that one up high, overrunning, trying to get to. It's going to go foul. Just past the reach there of Brister. And the count will even up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count here. 2 outs. No one aboard now in the bottom of the second. Mahalev trying to get on base to give Jose Diaz an appearance here in the second. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Slow roller to short. It's Henderson to first. 3 away. Saints will get 1 aboard, but he gets picked off. And we will head now to the top of the third. Saints lead 2-1. You're watching Saints Baseball on the OLLU Saints Network and KSAT.com. And welcome back. Women and men's basketball play in Austin today, as they'll be at Houston-Tillotson University. Women's game will tip off at 2, and the men will be at 4 o'clock. And again, they return home on Thursday against Paul Quint on the 30th, and that is also the same day softball begins their season in Seguin against Lamar State College and Texas Lutheran. And leading off and going to find his way into left field. The leadoff hit there coming from Colton.
Second baseman number 12, Isaac Robb.
Colton Bench, who picks up the hit there. He picked up a couple of RBIs yesterday, and now he's aboard with nobody out here in the top of the third. So the second straight inning, giving up a leadoff hit. And that'll bring the top of the order back up in Isaac Robb. It's Robb 0 for 1. Shows bunt, brings it back in. It's going to be ball 1-0 the count to Robb. As Robb struggled yesterday in game 1, but really came alive in game 2 as he picked up a 3-run homer in the second inning. And that's going to be fouled down the line. And the count evens 1 ball, 1 strike on Robb. He's 0 for 1, grounded out to short earlier today. Again, 400 now on the season with a home run and 4 RBIs. So Isaac, his first year with the Drovers. And a strike on the count. And the count now 1-2 on Isaac Robb. And top half of the third inning. No outs and a runner aboard here. And the pitch from Jimenez. A liner steps on the bag. And the double play there. And 2 down now, and that'll clear it. As Jacob Mitchell just catches the liner and steps on the bag. And 2 away, just like that. And Ian Loriano now to the plate. The center fielder out of Puerto Rico puts the bunt down foul, 0-1. Loriano tried to use speed to get on base there. So 1 ball, 1 strike now the count on Ian Loriano. Loriano, a .364 hitter a year ago. 5 home runs, 45 RBIs. Dangerous on the base paths, and that is going to be a base hit. So Jimenez will have to deal with him on the bases now. 23 steals and 25 attempts a year ago. So Christian Leboy comes up with Loriano at first and 2 outs here at the top of the 3rd inning. So Leboy 0 for 1 today. Leboy last year 287, 12 home runs, 46 RBIs, number 2 on the team in home runs last year. Looks at pitch there for a ball, 1-0. The count to Leboy. Leboy went 4 for 9 yesterday and scored twice. Had a double and an RBI in the doubleheader. That's 1 ball, no strikes count there. As Loriano back over to first after the throw from Jimenez. And the 1-0 pitch coming. And right to center. Say Diaz steps back for it, comes back again. And 3 away. They'll leave 1 aboard, and we'll head to the bottom of the 3rd. Saints still lead 2-1. They're coming up to bat. You're watching Saints baseball on OLLU Saints Network and KSAT.com. And welcome back. Bottom half of the 3rd inning coming up. Saints leading 2-1 on the University of Science and Arts of Oklahoma. So Jose Diaz coming to the plate. As Diaz walked his first time up and scored a run. And the pitch there is up and away for a ball, 1-0 the count to Diaz. So 1 ball, no strikes at count to Diaz. It's Montanor. On the mound for USAO. As 1 ball, 1 strike to count here. And that's going to off the plate there. 2-1 the count to Diaz. Diaz yesterday Finished 1 for 6 from the plate. Did score a run in game 2. Was hit by a pitch as well. And that's off going towards the gap, running over and diving and making the catch. As Paleo yesterday had another fantastic catch yesterday. He's hitting on a show in left field in this series. So 1-away. So Robert Lopez coming up to the plate here as he hit into a fielder's choice his last time up. He scored a run as he steps up to the plate here. That's up in the air as LeBoy going to run out of room as it's up and over behind the bleachers. And 0-1 the count here on Robert Lopez. One out here, bottom half of the third inning. Jacob Mitchell in the on-deck circle. Lopez 143 on the year so far, 1 RBI. That's going to be up in the zone ball. And the count evens up 1-1 to Lopez. Senior out of San Antonio, transferred from the University of the Incarnate Word. Shared time behind the plate in his career with Daniel Enciso and a year ago. Now, that's his job this year, but coming in as a DH today after catching both games of doubleheader yesterday. Which haven't seen the Saints do a lot in the past, where they have one catcher catch both games of a doubleheader. And it looks at ball 4 there, and so
First baseman number 23, Jacob Mitchell.
Robert Lopez will reach base there. So Jacob Mitchell, who actually was hit by a pitch his last time up, steps up here. It's 167 with an RBI. And that pitch inside as he backs away out of that one for a ball. 1-0 the count to Mitchell. It's 1 ball, no strikes. That one drifts away out of the zone. 2-0 the count. Saints with a 2-1 lead here. The bottom of the third inning. 2-1, and that's away. Or 2-0, I'm sorry, makes it 3-0 now. This one's newer. 34 walks last year in 18 games. And gives up the free pass again there. And going to be a visit to the mound now by Coach Mike Ross. Talk to his pitcher, who has struggled early on here. As Athenora now 2 1/3 innings. He's given up 2 runs. It's 2 hits, but has walked 4. As that is going to bring up to the plate after Jacob Mitchell is going to be Jacob Montejano, who doubled and drove in 2 runs his last time up. Montejano now 429 on the year, 4 RBIs, 2 doubles this season. And Montejano last year just 1 RBI in 30 at-bats. And also the 2 doubles yesterday, had 1 double all of last season. So Jacob Montahano
Montahano.
works his way up here. The sophomore out of San Antonio. Takes the pitch there for a strike. 1-1 the count. So balls, one strike, one out here, and two aboard. But the Saints trying to increase their advantage right now, which is 2-1. And that pitch floating up and away out of the zone there. 1-1. So he's had a few pitches that have kind of just hung up there. If you can get one high in the zone hanging up there, the Saint can get a hold of it. Could be bad news for him today. But that's fouled away. The count 1-2. One out here. And looking back, Rolo. I don't think you're going to have to worry about him stealing. Robert Lopez, just 3 stolen bases a year ago. 4 total on his career. Ball low, 2-2 the count. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out. Lopez at second. Jacob Mitchell at first for Montahano. Sends that one, gonna find it past Henderson at short, and that's gonna load up the bases. And that's gonna bring up Dayton Connor to the plate with the bases loaded now, and 1 out.
Third baseman number 5, Connor Dayton.
So Connor Dayton 0 for 1. Coming up to the plate here. The base is loaded here. Bottom half of the third. Saints in here, and that's going to be sent up high in the air to center. Lopez going to tag, and on his way, the throw from center is going to be off the mark, and the RBI sac fly from Connor Dayton gets his first RBI of the season. Robert Lopez will score for the second time
Catcher number 14, Bryce
in this game. And that's going to bring up Bryce Putnam as Mitchell stays at second. So runners at first and second now with 2 outs. It's Bryce Putnam to the plate. Bryce 0 for 1. That's going to be down the middle for a strike of the count 0-1 on Bryce Putnam. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to count here. To Putnam. That's grounder to third. Brister will step on the bag, and that'll do it. Saints get another run across. They'll take a 3-1 lead as we'll head to the fourth. You're watching Saints Baseball on the OLLU Saints Network and KSAT.com.
Saints get a run.
And welcome back, everybody. Top half of the fourth inning. Saints with a 3-1 lead as USAO up to the plate there as Paleo will send that one high in the air as Diaz over for it. 1 pitch, 1 out. As Joey Pena coming up to the plate. As Pena walked his last time. And Brock Henderson on the on-deck circle. As Pena calling time there. Joey Pena yesterday was 4 of 8 with a double and an RBI. Looks that one for a strike and the count of 1-1 on Pena. The 0-1 pitch. Watches that one for a ball. The count goes to 1-1. Pena Jr. from Mustang, Oklahoma. 1-1 pitch. Low, 2-1. It's Pena, 444 now in the season with an RBI and 4. That's 2-2 the count. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. That's going to be there for a ball, and the count goes full. So 3 balls, 2 strikes. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here. Add a ball 4. So a runner aboard. That'll bring up the shortstop Brock Henderson to the plate. It's Brock Henderson 0 for 1. And that's going to be inside. Henderson ball. It's 1 ball, no strikes. It's Brandon Shumway, the on-deck circle. And a swing and a miss on that one, and the count evens 1 ball, 1 strike. So 1 ball, 1 strike. As Henderson steps back up. Henderson grounded to third his last time up. After the great stop there from Connor Dayton. But that's going to be hit by a pitch there. So each team set a player hit by a pitch now. That'll put a runner in scoring position. That's a tied run. It's at first base now. Go ahead, run it home. And Brandon Shumway. Shumway this year got his first at bat earlier today. Was an RBI double. As Valera at second. So no balls, 1 strike here, the count. To Shumway. And chopped it foul. The count 0-2 now on Shumway. Jimenez trying to work his way with a runner at second again. One out here. So no balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Jimenez throws back over to second. As Valera is back at second. That's Valera again. That's running for Pena. And a called strike 3 on Shumway. As Shumway looks back at the catcher, but it does find its way across the plate. So Jimenez picking up his first strikeout as a Saint. That'll bring up Brennan Brister's 0 for 1 this afternoon. The first pitch there. 4 strike, 0-1 the count on Brister. Balls, 1 strike here. Runners at first and second, 2 outs. Gonna foul that one back and quickly ahead of the batter is Jimenez. No balls, 2 strikes. Brister grounded to third, back of the second inning. No hit so far this year, does have an RBI. And a .375 on base percentage. And the 0-2. Grounder, Chapa charges over to first, 3 away. Don't leave 2 aboard. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th. Saints still lead 3-1. You're watching Saints Baseball on the OLLU Saints Network and KSAT.com. And welcome back, Missions Baseball Academy. Make sure you visit OLLUSaintsGear.com for a wide variety of Saints products on sale. Profits benefit Our Lady Lake University. Make sure you follow Saints Baseball Team on Twitter, Snapchat, Facebook, and Instagram. Use the hashtag OLLUBaseball. And for more up-to-date information, go to the website, www.OLLUSaintsathletics.com. As Ryan Champa to lead things off here at the bottom of the fourth inning. Saints with a 3-1 lead over USAO, and that's, again, up and over the top of Ryan Champa, ducking out of the way. Champa struck out swinging back in the second inning. And that one pops it up in the air, running underneath to get it there is Laureano, and one away. And that will bring up Tyler Vivier.
Tyler Vivier.
So Tyler to the plate there as he's 1 for 1. As Tyler got the big hit to right field this last time up. Looks that one for a strike, and that'll leave in the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. So 1 ball, 1 strike. As Tyler singled to right again the first time up, back in the second inning. That one's going to be a strike, 1 and 2. As Matt Mahalev in the on-deck circle. So 1 ball, 2 strikes here for Montaner. That's going to drift off the plate. Even it up 2 and 2. As he's had a few pitches that just kind of hang up there. But they've been out of the danger area, but that's fouled. The count stays 2 and 2. But it's kind of that'll be a ball. And count 3 and 2. And ball 4, walk 'em. So runner aboard now with 1 out for Matt Mahalev. So Matt Mahalev to the plate. As Matt had a strong start to his 2020 season. Walked in the first, rounded to short back in the second. 500 on the season, the average for Matt Mahalev, and a 714 on base percentage. And first pitch for Mahalev is going to be a ball up high, 1 and 0. So 1 ball, no strikes. Runner at first here. And that's going to be over the top, base hit. And the bat continues to be on fire for Matt Mahalev here in the 2020 campaign as a single.
2 on, 1 out for the center fielder, number 13, Jose.
And he will reach base for the 6th time in 8 attempts so far this year. So Jose Diaz now making his way up to the plate with 2 aboard and 1 out. This Diaz 0 for 1. Has scored a run and has walked. So he walked back in the first and scored a run and flied to left back in the 3rd inning. And against most teams, that fly to left was going to go to the wall, but Baleo out in left field did a great job of laying out and stretching out to bring in the catch on that one. That's a little talk there at the mound from Pena. So he went out to talk to Montaner. So Diaz now to the plate. There's action in the bullpen for USAO. As Jose Diaz coming up here. And that's going to be a strike, 0-1 the count. Saints with a 3-1 lead. And the defense, Montaner's got to thank his defense has helped him out here to keep it being just a 3-1 game. Because as Diaz last at bat, it had one going right to the gap. Looking like it was going to be extra bases. And Paleo with a great stop there. As Ricardo Velez in the bullpen for USAO. Time called there. Snowballs 1 strike on Diaz. 143 on the year so far. So no balls, 2 strikes here, the count to Diaz. With Veer at second and Mahalov at first. And looks back. Veer at second. Veer paying attention this time. It's not, got caught napping last time when he reached first base and was picked off. Good job getting back there, but again, a very big lead off of second. And the pitch, Diaz grounder third, and it's going to go past Rister. Vivier rounding third on his way home. And the Saints is going to take a 4-1 lead here against the number 3 team in the country. It's Robert Lopez coming up to the plate here.
DH number 22, Robert Lopez.
So the RBI. And that will be the first RBI of the year for Jose Diaz. I'm going to bring up Robert Lopez now to the plate. It's Rolo. 0 for 1, reached on a fielder's choice and walked and has scored twice today. Now has runners at second and third and 1 out here at the bottom of the 4th inning. That's there for a ball, 2-0. So 2 balls, no strikes to count. Rolo looks at that one, 3-0. So 3 balls, no strikes, runners at second and third, 1 out. Lopez, that's 1 RBI of the year. A nice spot to increase his total here. And ball 4 will walk. And the base is loaded now with 1 out. And that is going to bring Mike Ross out to the mound, and that is going to end the day for Gene Montaner. And so we'll take a break with the pitching change. We'll be back in a moment You're watching Saints of Baseball, the OLLU Saints Network, and KSAT.com. And welcome back. Ricardo Velez will be the new pitcher for USAO. Velez pitched yesterday, pitched 1 inning, picked up the save. Faced 3 batters, walked 1 and struck out 1 for the senior.
The first baseman,
From
number 23,
from Puerto Rico, from Lejas, Puerto Rico. Velez last year a 342 earned run average, 5-0 record in 17 games, started 8. Struck out 69, walked 30. Opposing batters batted 206 as Jacob Mitchell to come up here. And the first pitch is going to be a check swing and going to be a ball. 1-0 the count to Mitchell. It's 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out here. Runner bases are loaded here for the Saints. Already got 1 run across here in the bottom of the 4th. Mitchell watches that one for a ball, 2-0. Mitchell was hit by a pitch back in the 1st, walked in the 3rd. A .375 on base percentage so far this year in his 3rd game. And that's watches that one for a strike, and the count goes 2-1. So 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out, bases loaded. And the pitch, high up in the air, back to left, going back for it towards the track. Picked up by Paleo, and the runner tags as Mahalev will score. And the RBI, second RBI of the year for Jacob Mitchell. And the Saints will take a 5-1 lead now with 2 outs. And Jacob Montejano now up to the plate. As Jacob 2 for 2 today with 2 RBIs. Pitch is going to be low there for a ball. Wouldn't know the count.
When Dayton goes up on plane, we go with Barras.
It's 1 ball, no strikes here. So 2 balls, no strikes to count here. A called strike there. The count goes 2-1. Doubled and drove in 2 runs back in the first. Singled in the left in the 3rd inning. And swings and misses at that one. The count 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here. It sends it back to the left, and it's going to drop. And the 3rd RBI of the day. Now for Jacob Montejano. The Saints will take a 6-1 lead with 2 outs here.
The third baseman, number 5, Connor Dayton.
So Connor Dayton coming up to the plate.
This is the same team we played yesterday? Yes.
So Dayton 0 for 1. And the pitch there 1-0 the count. Connor Dayton. Dayton 0 for 1 popped up in the first. Sacrifice fly and an RBI back in the 3rd inning. It's 2-0 the count. So 2 balls, no strikes. So 3-0 now the count. So 3 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. And the pitch. Therefore, strike and count 3-1. So 3-1, 2 outs. And that's going to get away on ball 4, but it's a walk. So the bases are loaded again here with 2 outs. And Bryce Putnam.
The catcher, number 14, Bryce Putnam.
It's Putnam 0 for 2 here. Steps up on the bases loaded here. There's 2 outs. The bottom of the 4th inning. Saints have already put 3 runs up here in this 4th inning to take the 6-1 lead. That's going to be a ball, 1-0 the count. Putnam. Ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Looks at that one for a strike. Count evens 1-1. Bryce Putnam 0 for 2, grounded back to the mound back in the first. Into a field, actually 0 for 1, grounded, actually 0 for 2, grounded to a fielder's choice in the 3rd inning. Watches that one to the count 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Up and in for a ball. The count goes 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the count goes full 3-2 for Bryce Putnam. Putnam played 22 games last year. Batted 167. 24 at bats of the year. 5 RBIs. Now steps as the runners will go with the pitch. And there they go. Swing and a miss, strike 3. The Saints will leave them loaded, but they do put 3 across. Take a 6-1 lead as we go to the top of the 5th. You're watching Saints Baseball on the OLLU Saints Network and KSAT.com. And welcome back. Top of the 5th inning. Saints with a 6-1 lead. As Colton bench. That's the first pitch there for a ball, 1-0. It's 1 ball, no strikes. And a swing and a miss on that one. The count evens 1-1. On the bench, who's batting .429 this season, 2 RBIs. He singled to left his last time up. It's a 1-1 pitch, low and away ball. So bench in the 9th spot, batting .429 so far this year. .214 batting average last year, so an improvement there. 17 games, 1 start. La Changa. No, not Fachanga. La Changa. So 2 balls, 2 strikes to count here. The pitch. So 3 balls, 2 strikes here. Strike 3, and a good job there for Jimenez to get Bench out, as he has been tough to get out by the Saints so far in the season, or these first 3 games. So 1 away, and so that will bring the top of the order back up for USAO, as Isaac Robb coming back up, who's 0 for 2. There for a pitch there for a strike, 0-1 the count. There to Rob as Rob grounded to short in the first, line to first into a double play. There to Jacob Mitchell there back in the third inning. Says he did not go around, so ball, 1 strike the count. USAO 1 run, 4 hits, 1 error so far. So 4 on base. The Saints with 6 runs, 5 hits, no errors, and 7 on base. And swing and a miss on that one. Count 1-2 with 1 out now. As Isaac Robb, the junior from Port Huron, Michigan, St. Clair Community College transfer. His first year with USAO. And the count stays 1-2 after he fouls that one away. So Jonathan Jimenez, his debut here with the Saints, has pitched well so far, giving up the 1 run and 4 hits. Out of Victoria, Texas. So 1 ball, 2 strikes here to Rob. As Jimenez so far 4 1/3 innings pitched. Getting the 1 run, 1 earned. He's walked 1 and struck out 2. Now at nearing 60 pitches in the game. The 2-2 count now to Rob. Two balls, 2 strikes. And that's chopped again, foul. The count stays 2-2. As Ian Loriano in the on-deck circle for the Drovers. 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody on. 1 out here in the top half of the 5th inning. Called strike 3. 3rd strikeout for Jimenez. 2nd out of the inning for the Drovers. So Ian Loriano, who's 1 for 2 today, steps up to the plate. Loriano last year played in 61 games for the Drovers. 364 average, 5 home runs, 63 RBIs. On base percentage of .483. First pitch there, ball 1-0 the count. This time called for a moment by Loriano. Line to center back in the 1st and single to right back in the 3rd inning. As Jimenez steps up. And the delivery and the pitch. Strike. Evens it up, 1 ball, 1 strike now. 2 outs at the top of the 5th. Christian LeBoy in the on-deck circle for USAO. The pitch there, swing and a miss. And the count goes to 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And Jimenez looking to try and get out of the inning here. At strike 3, drop 3rd strike, throw over, and got him. So Jonathan Jimenez picks up his 4th strikeout. He strikes out the side, and we will head to the bottom of the 5th inning, and the Saints lead 6-1. You're watching Saints baseball, the OLLU Saints Network, and KSAT.com. Bottom half of the fifth inning, as the Saints with a 6-1 lead, as Ryan Chapa, Tyler Vivier, and Matt Mahalov due up here in this bottom of the fifth inning. Chapa over 2, struck out swinging second, fly to center in the fourth inning. As Chapa stepping up here to the plate. And the pitch there for a ball low, 1-0 the count to Ryan Chapa. As Velez still out on the mound for USAO as he came in relief for Gene Montanier, who tough outing to start his 2020 campaign. The 13-1 record a year ago. The count evens 1 ball, 1 strike on Chapa. One pitch. Swing. Gonna miss on that one. The count 1-2 now on Chapa. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and he'll go down the second time now. And 1 out.
The shortstop, number 30, Tyler Vivier.
Tyler Vivier started things off for the Saints last inning. As he picked up the walk. So he's 1 for 1. Singled, scored a run, and has walked here in this one. Watches that one for a ball. 1-0 the count. As Ricardo Velez with the delivery and the pitch. Popped up in the air, and that's going to go out of play. And the count evens up at 1 ball, 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out. The pitch, and kind of stumbled off the mound. As Velez, the ball 2-1 the count. Tyler, a freshman from San Antonio East Central High School. Got to see him pitch yesterday. See him batting. It's 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Called strike. Count 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Top of the order, Matt Mahalov on deck. That's low. Just out of the zone there. 3-2, the count is full. Last game of the 3-game series. Saints up again next weekend. 4 games, 2 doubleheaders on Friday, and a doubleheader again on Saturday as they take on Central Methodist University out of the Heart of America Athletic Conference. The count stays 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. And called strike 3. So 2 down.
The right fielder, number 29, Matt Mahalov.
So 2 outs now as Matt Mahalov to the plate. Matt Mahalov 1 for 2. Has walked, has a single, and has scored a run. Mahalov Field singled the center his last time up. Makes that one right down the pipe for a strike. 0-1. Almost one strike now on Mihalov. And for just the second time this season, first pitch was not a ball from Matt Mihalov. And that is up and away, even up the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Mihalov walked in the first, grounded to short in the second, singled to center in the fourth, scored a run. 750 on base percentage so far this year. The senior from Conroe gets underneath that one, and LeBoy coming, and also Pena, and into the net. And the net saves Mihalov there. And the count 1-2. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. And 2 outs here at the bottom of the 5th inning. It's been scheduled for 9 innings today. The Saints trying to bounce back after dropping both games of the doubleheader yesterday. So 1-2 pitch here from Velez. Swing and a miss. And the strikeout there. So 3 outs, top of the 6th coming up. Saints still leading 6-1. You're watching Saints baseball on the OLLU Saints Network and KSAT.com. Top of the 6th inning, Saints lead 6-1 here as Christian LeBoy 0 for 2 coming up to the plate. As he grounded to the mound in the first and fly to center in the third. Looks at that one strike, 0-1 the count to LeBoy. LeBoy batting .364 on the season with an RBI. And that one grounder to short. Backhanded there, Mavir to first. 1 away. That is 5 in a row retired by Jimenez. As Luis Beloy coming up. It's Beloy 1 for 2 today. And looks at the first pitch for a strike. And a grounder. Dayton, 2 down. And that will bring up Joey Pena. So Pena, who has been difficult to get out, to say the least, here in this series, comes up to the plate. Reached base 3 times yesterday. That's Bouncer. And that'll do it. Save your arm, throw 5 pitches. And that is 7 in a row retired by Jimenez. We will head to the bottom half of the 6th. Saints lead 6-1. You're watching Saints Baseball on the OLLU Saints Network and KSAT.com. And welcome back. Top of the 6th. Saints with a 6-1 lead. The Drovers of the University of Science and Arts of Oklahoma. Make sure you visit OLLUSaintsGear.com for a wide variety of Saints products on sale. Profits benefit Our Lady of the Lake University. And make sure you download the official OLLU Saints Athletics app. It's available for free in the Apple App Store and via Google Play. And be sure to follow the Saints baseball team on Twitter, Snapchat, Facebook, and Instagram. Use the hashtag OLLUBaseball. And for more up-to-date information on Saints Athletics, go to the website, www.OLLUSaintsathletics.com. So Jose Diaz will lead things off for the Saints here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And the first pitch there for a ball, 1-0. Jose Diaz walked in the first, fly to left in the third, reached on an error in the 4th inning. As he scored twice today. He swings and misses that one. The count 1-1 now on Diaz. 1 ball, 1 strike. Diaz 125 so far on the season with an RBI. Picked up his first RBI on that down the line, that error committed by third baseman Brister, who just kind of looked away. And that's going to find up the middle, and that's going to be a base hit for Diaz. And Diaz trying to turn it into 2. No, he's going to go back. And so the base hit there for Jose Diaz, and 1 aboard and nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. That is going to bring up Rollo Robert Lopez.
DH number 22, Robert Lopez.
So Rollo coming up here. 0 for 1 as he has walked twice and reached on a fielder's choice and has scored twice today. 143 on the year with an RBI, 400 on-base percentage so far for Rollo. Has a runner at first and swings, and Mitch is 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. And the throw to first, and Diaz back. Diaz, a serious threat on the base paths. Last year, 24 steals and 29 attempts. Tops on the team. Saints all-time leader in steals. That's going to find its way to right field. Third, he will reach base for the 4th time today. His first hit of the day. And now 2 aboard and nobody out.
2 on, nobody out. For the first baseman, number 23, Jacob Mitchell.
So Jacob Mitchell coming up to the plate. And the pitching staff struggling today for USAO. Gave up just total 5 runs yesterday to the Saints in 2 games. Now 6 here in this one. And now 2 aboard, nobody out. Last year they had a team earned run average of 2.47. And looks Diaz back over to second base. Two aboard, nobody out here for Jacob Mitchell. As Mitchell hit by a pitch in the first, walked in the third, sacrifice fly in the fourth inning. It's 2 RBIs this season for the junior from Harker Heights, Texas. So Velez with the pitch. Low and in ball. Count 1-0 to Jacob Mitchell. It's a good Ricardo Velez. And the first 2 batters aboard. And last year, 5-0 record, 3.42 earned run average for him in 17 appearances. 8 of those were starts. So 2 balls, no strikes now to count to Mitchell. And that one down the middle for a strike, 2-1. Velez pitched yesterday, walked 1 and struck out 1 in an inning worth of work. He pitched 52 and 2/3 innings last year and 69 strikeouts in those 52 and 2/3 innings. One strike or 4 strikeouts in this game, plus the 1 yesterday. And the count 3-1. So 5 on the year so far for Velez in 2 2/3 innings. Throw back over to first. Diaz goes into center field. Diaz on his way to third. Throw to second, sliding in is going to be Rolo safe. And runners at second and third now. And nobody out. As they tried to pick off Jose Diaz at second. It gets into center field, so the Saints will advance on the runner. There's Diaz now at third, and Lopez at second now. 3-1 the count to Jacob Mitchell. Hitters count for him. So 3 balls, 1 strike. And fouls it back, and the count is full. So 3-2 the count to Mitchell as Jacob Montejano, whose bat has been on fire today, is in the on-deck circle. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out here. Runners at second and third. The Saints with a 6-1 lead on USAO. Three-two pitch. Grounder to second. He'll look Lopez back, and Mitchell will be out at first and 1 away. That'll bring up Montejano.
Number 15, Jacob Montejano.
So Montejano back up. Montejano 3 for 3 today with 3 RBIs. So he comes up here for this one. 6-1 the lead now. And they're going to be an intentional walk of Montejano. So Montejano going to reach base for the 4th time today, this time by the intentional walk.
Third baseman number 5, Connor Dayton.
So Connor Dayton coming up. So Connor Dayton coming up with the bases loaded and 1 out. And heading to the mound. So we're going to have a meeting at the mound. We'll see if there's going to be a change. There was action in the bullpen. We'll take a quick break. You're watching Saints. Actually, no, they're going to keep going here. As Connor Dayton so 6-1 the lead here. So pitch there is going to be a strike, 0-1 for Connor Dayton as the base is loaded here, 1 out here. Inside there, ball, count 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike with 1 out. Bases loaded here for Dayton. Dayton 1 RBI already today on a sac fly. And the pitch there swings and misses at that one. The count 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes with 1 out. And that's fouled back. Count stays 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Diaz at third, Lopez at second, Montejano at first. As Connor Dayton at the plate. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, and that is popped up right field. As Bench gets it, tagging, throw, and play at the plate is, no, he's going to drop it, and the run will score. And now on his way to second is Montejano, safe at second, and the Saints lead 7-1. So Banya just dropping the ball there after the really nice throw from Bench in right field. If he's able to hold on to that ball, then Jose Diaz is safe at home. And actually, I think we're going to have a pinch hitter coming up here. As a pinch hitter coming in for the Saints is Mick Hernandez. So actually, we'll double check here, make sure. No, coming in is going to be Noah Rodriguez to pinch hit for Bryce Putnam. So Noah Rodriguez pinch hitting for Bryce Putnam.
Is number 10, Noah Rodriguez.
So Noah Rodriguez coming up to the plate. So Rodriguez, a 167 hitter a year ago in 11 games. 26 games. Started at 11. 68 at bats. This is the first pitch low and away for a ball. So 2 outs now, with runners at second and third. And Ryan Chapa in the on-deck circle. It's a called strike there, the count 1-1. So a second RBI there from Connor Dayton. Picks up his second RBI of the season. Time called. Count 1 ball, 1 strike. A swing and a miss on that one. 1-2 the count. Ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Rodriguez. As bouncer over to short. Throw to first. He's not going to get it. Off the glove. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. And the error as Rodriguez will reach second base. And the wheels have come off the bus here for USAO. Here in this 6th inning. And so Kenneth Rodriguez will come in to pinch hit. And a pitching change is going to happen here. As Mike Ross will head to the mound to make the change. We'll take a break. You're watching Saints Baseball on the OLLU Saints Network, KSAT.com. And welcome back, everybody. Edward Cuevas is coming into the game for USAO. As he came in, pitched an inning, and locked up the Saints pretty well. And an inning of work yesterday. As Kenneth Rodriguez will be the pinch hitter for Ryan Champa, who's had a rough day at 0 for 3 from the plate. As it's just the Saints with 9 runs here today on USAO, leading 9-1.
Once again, the pitch hitter is number 41, Kenneth Rodriguez.
So Kenneth Rodriguez coming up to the plate here. Edgar Cuevas, a 352 earned run average a year ago. Played in just 8 games for them. Pitched just 7 2/3 innings. Struck out 9, walked 10 a year ago. Yesterday, very dominated against the Saints here as Kenneth Rodriguez at the plate here. So yesterday he pitched 1 inning and struck out 2. And that pitch is a ball, 1-0 the count. So 1 ball, no strikes. Runner at second here. Runner goes, throw to third, and safe on the steal is Noah Rodriguez. And 2 balls and no strikes. So 2 balls, no strikes now. 2 outs, runner at third now for Rodriguez.
No, it should have been the third out. That 5-3 play should have been the third out, so both runs should be.
So Kenneth Rodriguez to the plate here. Was a pinch runner yesterday and scored a run for the Saints. And his first at-bat of the year coming here is now 3-0 as he is ahead of the pitcher. 3 balls, no strikes, 2 outs, runner at third. And Tyler Vivier Swing and a miss on that one as he goes after the 3-0 pitch. I don't know if I don't think he, from the reaction of Coach Ogney there after that, I don't think he was following the signs. From third base there, taking that 3-0 swing. Looks at that one, ball 4. No harm, no foul, and so runner aboard now on the corners now for the Saints with 2 outs. And that'll bring up Tyler Vivier to the plate. It's Tyler 1 for 2.
Shortstop number 30, Tyler Vivier.
Scored a run.
It's 2 different Rodriguez. Yeah, Noah Rodriguez is on third, and then this was Kenneth Rodriguez is on first.
So Vivier here at the plate. Looks at the pitch. Here for a strike on the corner. 0-1 the count on Tyler.
We have him in the system.
Ball's 1 strike here. And time called. Grievous with the pitch. And low it in. The count evens 1-1. The Saints, good job of responding in this game from yesterday. So that second game. The 9 runs here. And this is, and runner goes. And will hold off in the stolen base there for Kenneth Rodriguez, who kind of goes in face first. A little show off for his teammates there, who got a laugh on the base run there. The stolen base. So runner now at second and third with 2 outs. As Tyler singled back in the second, walked in the fourth, struck out in the 5th inning. 500 average on the year. Looks at that one for a ball on the count, 3-1. So 3 balls, 1 strike, the count.
2 more this inning, so.
That's there for a strike and the count 3-2. So the runners will be going with the pitch here. Actually, no, they'll hold off because base is not loaded there. So just second and third. So the 3-2 pitch coming here from Cuevas. Off the plate there. Now the bases are loaded. And the top of the order, Matt Mahalev back up for the Saints.
Right fielder number 29, Matt Mahalev.
And that is going to put Sterling Valera over the bullpen. Actually, I don't know if he's... I think he's just warming up. As I believe Sterling Valera may be coming into the game. I don't believe he will be pitching, but you never know. He is out in the bullpen right now. So Mahalev, ball low and away. 1-0 the count. Mahalev. So Matt Mahalev. And looks at that one for a strike, 1-1. So Matt Mahalev walked in the first, grounded short in the second, singled in the fourth, struck out in the 5th inning. 2 for 4. And the 1-1, actually 2 for 3. Called strike there. The count 1-2 now. for Mahala. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And the pitch swings and strike 3 on that one. Saints will leave them loaded, and we will head to the top of the 7th inning. 9-1 Saints lead. You're watching Saints Baseball on the OLLU Saints Network, KSAT.com. And welcome back. Top half of the 7th inning. Saints with an 8-run lead here for USAO. It's Brock Henderson leading things off. Henderson, Shumway, and Brister due up. The first pitch is strike there from Jimenez. That'll be low and away, and count evens up 1 ball, 1 strike. Henderson grounded to third back in the 2nd, was hit by a pitch in the 4th inning. 133 this year with an RBI. Checks the swing there, no away, ball 2-1 the count. So 3-1 now the count. And up high in the air as Mitchell underneath it. And 1 away.
What did he just do? He popped up to third base. I mean first base.
So up to the plate is Brandon Shumway, 1 for 2 with a double and an RBI. Looks the pitch there for a ball, 1-0 the count to Shumway. Well, no strikes as Brennan Brister on the on-deck circle. That's low and in, 2-0 the count. That's Jimenez. So Alec Martinez in the bullpen for the Saints. 2 balls, no strikes. And looks at that one for a strike. 2-1. That's Jimenez. Nearing 80 pitches. It was around the 85 pitch mark where Ogney was giving his pitchers yesterday. 3 balls and 1 strike to count. Again, as Shumway Called strike, and the count is full. And stepping away there, Shumway. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, nobody on. Jonathan Jimenez with the pitch. And ball 4. Or actually, so they're looking to see. Now the umpires, Putnam is saying that it was a strikeout, 3rd strike. And now they're going to go talk and say we'll have a conference there. So they're going to say it was a walk. And that will end the streak of 8 in a row retired by Jimenez. Now Coach Ogni out to talk about it. So back as Brendan Brister will come up to the plate with a runner aboard and 1 out here in the top of the 7th inning. Yeah, that ended a streak of 8 in a row retired by Jimenez. The pitch there up high, the zone ball, 1-0 the count. Swing and a miss on that one, 1-1 the count. Ball, 1 strike, 1 out, runner at first. Saints with a 9-1 lead here in the top of the 7th inning. Scheduled for 9. That's their 4th strike. Count goes 1-2. As Brister is over 2, grounded out twice today, once the 3rd and once the 2nd. Throw over to first. He looks back at Shumway. Shumway. Yesterday, 1 stolen base. 1 attempt. That's grounder. Chapa over to second. Got it. And a 4-6-3 double play will end it. Bottom of the 7th coming up. Saints lead 9-1. You're watching Saints baseball on the OLLU Saints Network, KSAT.com.
Saints lead 9-1.
And welcome back. Bottom half of the 7th inning. Coming up here as Jose Diaz, Robert Lopez, and Jacob Mitchell due up for the Saints. Saints can score 2 runs here in this bottom of the 7th. It's over with. As they have scored 9 of this one, leading 9-1.
Leading off the bottom of the 7th for the Saints. Center fielder number 13, Jose Diaz.
So Diaz coming up to the plate here. Diaz walked in the first, fly to left in the third, reached base on an error in the fourth, and singled in the sixth inning. 22 this year with an RBI. He picked up his first RBI of the year here today. Pitch here. That's high up in the air. Running over is Laureano, and Laureano will bring it down. So the speed, Laureano in center field, able to run that one down and one away. One pitch, and that'll bring up Robert Lopez for the Saints. Rollo 1 for 2 today. He's walked twice.
Robert Lopez
Has a hit. Has scored 3 times and reached on a fielder's choice. So he's reached base every time so far today. That pitch low and away ball for Rollo. Now 250 on the season with an RBI. This one ball no strikes for the senior from San Antonio. As Rivas will step off the bag. The 1-0 pitch. Swings at that one as it trails off at the end. The count evens at 1-1. Jacob Mitchell in the on-deck circle. Saints with the lead 9-1. 9 runs on 7 hits. No errors for the Saints this afternoon. Swings and misses at that one. The count 1-2 now. He just kind of looked like he wasn't looking at that one, just took a swing and hoped at that one as it dropped out on him. So 1-2. Watches that one a little up and away, evens the count at 2-2. Saints will be back in action next Friday. Doubleheader against Central Methodist. And another doubleheader on Saturday against Central Methodist. That's down low. And the count goes full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Payoff pitch, swing and a miss, and 1 down, or 2 down.
2 out, nobody on for the first baseman, number 20.
And that'll bring up
Mitchell.
Jacob Mitchell coming to the plate. Mitchell 0 for 1, reached on a walk, has an RBI on a sac fly his last time up. Mitchell 143 on the year, 2 RBIs. That pitch in there a little high in the zone, 1-0. Big count to Jacob Mitchell. It's Jacob Montejano, the on-deck circle. Watches that one. It's Mitchell. Count 1-1. Ball 1 strike, 2 outs here. That's for a ball to count 2-1. So Mitchell, a lot of patience at the plate. 431 on base percentage last year, and again, team leading 33 walks. It looks at that one. Evens the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs, nobody aboard here. Watches that when the count goes full. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And the pitch. Sends out one to right field. And Mitchell picks up the hit. Reach base for the second time. So at first now, that'll bring up Jacob Montahano. And Montahano, 3 for 3 today. Scored a run and 3 RBIs for the Saints.
Jacob Montano.
As he has reached base 4 times today. So the first pitch there, ball, 1-0 the count to Montahano. Montahano doubled, drove in 3 runs, or doubled and drove in 2 runs in the first inning. Singled back in the third, singled again in the fourth, an intentional walk his last time up. Swings and misses at that one, evens up the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. So Montahano batting .556 this season so far with 5 RBIs in his 3 games, or 2 games that he has played. The .600 on-base percentage. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs here. And that's popped up, foul, out of play. The count goes 1-2 of Montahano. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. One, 2 pitch. Down low, ball, count evens, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes to count. And that's going to be sent towards the gap and going to drop. 4 for 4. And 2 aboard now.
Number 5, Connor Dayton.
So Connor Dayton coming up to the plate here. 2 outs and 2 aboard here in the bottom of the 7th. It's Connor Dayton to the plate. So Jacob Montahano this weekend, 6 hits total.
Keep their heads hanging by Dr. Griff.
6 hits, has reached base 7 times, and 5 RBIs for the weekend for Jacob Montahano. Now Connor Dayton, who has 2 RBIs in this one, both on sac flies. Send that one high up in the air. Coming over to chase it, Pena. Pena will bring it in. That'll do it for the 7th. Saints leave 2 aboard, and we will head to the top of the 8th inning. Saints lead 9-1. You're watching Saints Baseball on the OLLU Saints Network and KSAT.com.
On 2 hits. Players.
So Alec Martinez on the mound for the Saints, making his first appearance on the mound this year. And a 6.0 earned run average a year ago. 0-2 the record. Pitched in 10 games, started 2 of them. Pitched 18 innings. Struck out 25 and walked 8. 25 strikeouts in 18 innings.
Number 6, right field.
So 9-1 the score. As Alec Martinez, his first pitch there. The ball, 1-0 the count. The leadoff hitter of the inning here is Colton Bench. Strike there, 1-1 the count. So 1 ball, 1 strike. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. And over there, and drops in there for a base hit. So 1 aboard here. The leadoff is aboard here in top of the 8th inning. So leadoff man Isaac Robb back up for USAO. Robb 0 for 3 today. Jimenez pitched 7 innings for the Saints today. Gave up 4 hits, 1 run, 1 earned. Struck out 4 and walked 2. 81 pitches total. Pitch here for Robb. Way for a ball. It's 1 ball, 1 strike the count. So 2 balls, 1 strike. So 2 balls, or 3 balls. Three balls, 2 strikes to count here. So 1 away here on the strikeout with 1 aboard.
1 on, 1 out for the center fielder, number 2, Ian.
That's going to be set, and that's going to be a base hit to left. So runners at first and second now with 1 out.
2 on, 1 out.
And that is going to bring up Christian LeBoy. It's LeBoy 0 for 3. Comes up to the plate. As Martinez looks and swing and a miss. 0-1 the count on LeBoy. LeBoy, a 287 hitter a year ago. 0 for 3 today. There for a strike. The count 0-2. On LeBoy. That's off the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes a count on Christian LeBoy. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 2 strikeouts for Martinez.
2 outs for the left fielder, number 11, Luis Vallejo.
And a 6 total for the team today. Luis Vallejo to the plate. Vallejo 1 for 3 today. Vallejo 393 his average a year ago. 8 home runs, 64 RBIs. Swings and misses that one. 1-1 the count.
It's a fastball. It's a fastball.
So the ball's 1 strike, 2 outs here. Martinez. That one gets away. Runners advance. So runners now at second and third with 2 outs. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runners now at second and third for USAO. It's Brock Henderson, or no, Joey Pena, I'm sorry, on the on-deck circle. Watches that one low and away, ball 2-1. On Paleo. 3-1 the count. The senior from Santa Cruz, Aruba. So 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. The pitch sends it foul, and the count is full now, 3-2 to Paleo. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. So 3-2. Down low. Ball 4. So the bases loaded down with 2 outs.
The catcher, number 28, Joey Pena.
As Joey Pena comes to the plate. And the USAO is 1 swing away from making this interesting. So Pena steps up to the plate. He's 0 for 2. Reached on a walk earlier today. Watches that one for a ball. 1-0 the count. So 1 ball, no strikes. And a strike evens the count at 1-1. It's Pena with a 1-1 count. Brock Henderson on deck circle. That one away, 2-1 the count now. That's Alec Martinez. 10 appearances a year ago, pitching for the Saints. The majority of his time, of course, as a hitter, just 2 starts. 3-1 the count here. 18 1/3 innings pitched. Again, 25 strikeouts over those 18 1/3 inning. And strike, and it's going to be A full count now, 3-2.
He showed up the other. Also last year, tossed in game one and he's been game two every with us.
So 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here. Bases loaded. Runners will be going with the pitch. And the runners go. Ball 4. And he'll walk in a run. So it's now 9-2. And out come Coach Jeremy Flores out to the mound to talk to Alec Martinez, kind of settle him down a little bit. As we'll take a quick break. You're watching Saints Baseball on the OLLU Saints Network, KSAT.com. So 2 outs here, bases loaded. As Coach Jeremy Flores, quick meeting at the mound. As Brock Henderson to the plate now. And Valera back at first base to run for Pena. Looks out for a strike.
Stop number 9, Brock Henderson.
Only one they count here for. And pitch outside for a ball. Count evens 1-1. Bases loaded here for USAO. Trailing by 7. 1-1 pitch here from Martinez. Sends it foul. The count 1-2. Martinez has struck out 2 in this inning so far, but has given up a couple of hits and a walk. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. That's back to left. Running back underneath it. And that'll do it for the top of the 8th. Bottom of the 8th coming up. Saints lead 9-2. Take a break. You're watching Saints Baseball on the OLLU Saints Network and KSAT.com. Bottom of the 8th inning. Saints with a 9-2 lead here. as Bryce Putnam up to the plate here. It's Putnam, Noah Rodriguez, and Ryan Chapa due up. Actually, I don't know Ryan Chapa.
The hitter for the Saints is the catcher, number 14, Bryce Putnam.
And Tyler Favere due up. Snowballs 1 strike there. Putnam 0 for 3. No. So 1 away as Ryan Chapa so 1 out here. Ryan Chapa coming up to the plate. Chapa 0 for 3.
Second baseman number 1, Ryan Chapa.
As Brock Henderson on the mound for USAO. 0-1 the count. That's fouled away, and 0-2 the count on Chapa. No balls, 2 strikes here. Right up the middle. Ryan Chapa gets his first hit of the day and first hit of the season. And so a runner aboard with 1 out.
The shortstop.
Here at the bottom of the 8th.
Vivier.
So Tyler Rivera up to the plate now. It's Tyler 1 for 2, scored a run. He's walked twice. Going up here against Brock Henderson. Brock Henderson a year ago, a .251 earned run average. 2.51, his 2-0 in 12 appearances with 3 starts. And 32 and a third innings pitched, 15 strikeouts, 7 walks. The pitch there is a ball, 1-0 the count. To Vivier, Tyler today, singled to right in the 2nd, walked in the 4th, struck out in the 5th, and walked again in the 6th. Reaching base 3 out of 4 times here. And watches that one for a strike, 1-1. It's 1 ball, 1 strike, and throw over to first. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out here. Runner at first, and fouled back. And the count 1-2. As Chapa at first base. With the 1-2 pitch there, and that's high up in the air. Brock Henderson calling everyone off. We'll bring it in. 2 down. And that will bring up the top of the order. Matt Mahalev for the Saints now. So Matt Mahalev coming up.
For the right fielder, number 29, Matt Mahalev.
There's Chapa over at first. Chapa just 1 stolen base a year ago, 2 attempts. Conservative lead off of first there. That's going to be there for a ball, 1-0 the count to Matt Mahalev. So Matt sends that one, going to find its way down the line. Rounding first. No, he's going to stop over at first, and heading over to the 3rd will be Ryan Chapa. And runners on the corners now with 2 outs. As Nico Ibarra will come up to the plate here in his first appearance of the 2020 season. So Nico Ibarra coming up. Freshman out of San Benito, Texas. So he will step up. Batting left-handed here against the righty. So runners on the corners. And first pitch is going to be low, ball 1-0. The count on Ibarra. 9-2 Saints lead it. The 1-0 pitch. Checks the swing, holds off on it. And they said he went around. So one ball, no, 1 ball, 1 strike the count. So 1 ball, 1 strike the count to Ibarra. Kind of a questionable call on the check swing there, as it looked like he held back pretty well. So 1 ball, 1 strike. That's going to find its way, and it's just right to Valera. And that'll do it. 3 away, top of the 9th. Saints going to try and close it out, leading 9-2. You're watching Saints Baseball, the OLLU Saints Network at KSAT.com. And welcome back. Xavier Solis will come into left field for the Saints. Moving over from left to center is going to be Jacob Montejano. And a new pitcher for the Saints, Jose Diaz. Diaz, a 6.0 earned run average a year ago. 3 games pitched 3 innings. Here comes Ed. As the senior from Cuba coming up there, and that's going to be his final pitch there of the warm-ups as we get ready for this top of the 9th inning. Saints hoping to close it out. So Sterling Valletta coming to the plate here. His first plate appearance.
Yeah, so he stayed in.
And low it away. 1-0 the count to Valletta. So the strike there. The count evens, 1 ball, 1 strike now. One pitch, swing and a miss, 1-2 the count now. To Valletta. Out of the Bronx. And strike 3. Called strike 3. 1 away.
Third baseman number 15, Brennan Brister.
So Brennan Brister, third baseman, coming up to the plate here. Pitch there, strike. 0-1 the count. Yeah, to Brister. This Brister has grounded out 3 times today, 0 for 3. So that one evens 1-1. And a very impressive pitching debut for Jonathan Jimenez for the Saints today. As he pitched 7 innings, gave up just 1 run. That's chopped foul. The count goes 1-2. Gave up just 1 run of the game, get 4 hits and struck out 4. And 81 total pitches. As Diaz in there now to close it out, hopefully here, with 1 out here in the top of the 9th and a 9-2 Saints lead. And liner to Chapa, who slides in there, and 2 down.
Right fielder number 6, Colton Bench.
So Colton Bench to the plate. The 9 spot coming up, where he's 2 for 3 today. Scored a run. 2 outs here at the top of the 9th. So 1 ball, no strikes. If things stay the way they are, Jimenez will get the win. He'll go to 1-0 on the year. The loss will go to Gene Montaner. Got 0-1 on the year. And will match his total loss total from a year ago. And swing and miss there, 1-1 the count. On bench. And Saints back at it again next Friday, doubleheader. That's Central Methodist here at Missions Baseball Academy. Swing and a miss there, 1-2. Our next broadcast will be Thursday. Women and men's basketball from Maybe Gymnasium against Paul Quinn College. Women will start at tip-off 5:30. Men around 7:30 tip-off there. So you're in Austin today. Houston Tillotson. That's fouled back. Count stays 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs here. Saints now a strike away from getting their first victory of the year. That's away on the count. Count evens 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Inside, the count is full. Make sure you all your information you need to know about Saints Athletics on the website, www.ollusaintsathletics.com. And that's going to be called strike 3, and that will do it. Saints will win it. Final score here, 9-2. The Saints will do it, as the Saints will finish it with 9 runs on 11 hits.
Also in the game, Jacob Montejano, 4 for 4.
9 runs, 11 hits, no errors. They left 14 on base, though. So it could have been a lot worse for USAO, but the Saints did leave the bases loaded a couple of times. USAO will finish the game with 2 runs on 6 hits and 4 errors and left 7 aboard. And the Saints, again, get the victory here. Final score 9-2. And that'll do it for this series, as they will take 1 of 3 from the number 3 team in the country. And will set their sights at Central Methodist coming up next Friday. Again, next broadcast for Saints Athletics coming up on Thursday, 5:30 tip-off, women's basketball against Paul Quinn. And then about 7:30 that night, men's basketball against Paul Quinn. Red River Athletic Conference basketball action there. So, from everybody here at Missions Baseball Academy, Mike Thompson saying, so long, everybody. We'll see you next time.